Hello, good morning. This is the intro to the November or the beginning of November vlog, and I realize I don't usually introduce myself. I do a pretty bad job of introducing what the video is going to be about, so here's my attempt for this one at least. My name is Emily. I live in Orlando, Florida. I'm originally from the Chicago suburbs. I moved here January 2020, so almost 2 years now, and I love to knit, I love to make. It started with just making, and then I evolved it into a small business, but this year I've really focused on making personal garments, sweaters, things like that, and that's what I'm sharing with you here in this making journey. I am towards the end of my Shawlography Mystery Knit Along from Stephen West. You probably saw a lot of that. You definitely saw a lot of that if you watched the last video. And I think this video will be a lot of Christmas holiday making, but it's a vlog style, so I kind of show you as I go. I talk to you a lot on my walks, and let me know if there's anything else you want to know. Introduce yourself in the comments. I love getting to hear where you're from and what you're working on, so share that. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And like I said, please comment. I love getting to know more knitters. Hello, I have two finished objects to show you. They are small, they are hats. I made them both in basically one night, and then I added the palms the next night. And I almost made a third, but I chose not to. So, here they are. My sister is a nanny, and she nannies a 4-year-old boy. And we talked, and he said he loves all the colors, but red and blue is the colors he wants in his hat. So I was originally thinking like, oh, okay, a blue hat with a red stripe. But when I looked at my yarn that I have available, I wanted to use super bulky wool. I have crazy sexy wool from Wool and the Gang, a good amount of it from last season when I was making hats and scarves and stuff for EB Knits, my small business. There's still some in the shop if you wanted to see, but anyway, not here for a plug. But I haven't been using it so much. I haven't been using it. So I wanted to use that for these hats, and I think it's a perfect hat. It knits up so quickly, and it's really soft. So it's 100% wool, again, from Wool and the Gang. And again, it's super bulky. So this is the first hat I made. This is helical knitting. I took basically all the blues. So this is actually, believe it or not, this is not black. This is called Midnight Blue. It's a really, really deep navy. And then I had this very light blue, and I had just a little bit of this blue. So I was like, okay, and then he wanted the reds, so I have a bright red and a deep, this is lipstick red, I think, and then deep red. I don't remember the name of it, but so I have 2 different reds in there, even though I don't know how much you can tell. And then obviously I added in some gray and some white. So this is what I came up with. This is called Helical Knitting. Very Pink Knits has an amazing tutorial, and I just followed her tutorial on how to do it. I've done it before with another couple hats I made before. It's for jogless stripes, basically, jogless 1-row stripes. Now you can see where my spirals start with the helical knitting. Here, it's more invisible if you use a thinner yarn. Like even with my bulky yarn I used before, I couldn't see it, but anyway, I don't have a problem with it. I think it's cute. And then we talked, and he said he wanted a very mega big pom. I did use a pom-pom maker. They're just I think Clover is the brand. They're what everyone has, and I used the extra large. It's very big. As you can see, it makes really big poms. I didn't stress too much about making the pom perfect, which I'm kind of glad about. And then I obviously added a bunch of colors, all the colors in the hat. He again said he wanted a crazy hat, so maybe for something toned down, I would have done this midnight blue, but he said he wanted it crazy, so I'm giving him crazy. And then I just tied it on with a couple knots and a bow. And this label says EB, and it is a cork label from All This Wood LLC. They're based in Washington. It's an amazing small business. I have been using them for all of my labels. And originally I started with faux leather. When I ran out of those, I switched to cork, just a little bit more sustainable, and they're great to work with. So if you ever want tags, I highly recommend them. And so this is hat number 1. But So the pattern, I didn't really use a pattern last year when I was making this hat collection. I experimented with different sizes and stitch counts, and I found what I liked for an adult hat, for a large adult, for kids, toddlers, children, and I used the toddler or the child size. However, it looks a little small to me, so I was a little bit nervous, so I increased my stitch count by 2 for this hat. However, my gauge must have been much tighter with these stripes because this is significantly larger. Like, looks like the gauge is about 4 inches bigger, not 2, but we'll see. If it doesn't fit him, he can wear it like this. Hopefully he won't mind, and otherwise he can wear it down to be a little slouchy. We'll just see what he likes. But hopefully he enjoys it. This is obviously just the red. I ran out of the deeper red, so that's why there's gray on the top. And then again, all the colors in the palm. And again, I used that cork tag and tied it in a bow. So that's my story on these hats. I don't hang out with children a lot. I don't really have children near me, so I always am nervous when I'm making kids' hats because, I mean, everyone's head is different, and especially kids, I'm not super familiar with the size of their heads, so we'll see. Hopefully, at least this one fits, even if it's to roll it up. Hopefully this one does too, because I think it's so cute and cool. And he's usually, like, cool with taking risks or whatever you want to say. He's not, like, scared of fun hats, in my opinion, so. Anyway, I love this hat, and then this one's nice too. This is more simple than what I was originally thinking when he said red and blue with a stripe. But yeah, anyway, so that's my little update on my 2 hats I made. I love them, and I'm going to ship them off today. So I apologize for the lighting. It is like 10 o'clock at night here, and obviously dark. It's been dark really since I got home. So just decided to show you these, and then again, I apologize for the lighting, but I guess it is what it is. And I've been trying to find good places to video around here, record. For now, the living room with the couch in the background is what it is, and this is, it's fun because this is my Tunisian sampler crochet blanket that I made last year. And what I'm wearing is the Ski Lodge pullover by Erin Elizabeth W. I actually made the majority of this on the drive when I was moving here. So January 2020, when I was moving from Illinois to Florida, I was knitting this on the drive. So yeah, anyway, that's my story of what I'm wearing, of what I made, and I'll be back with more updates. Hey, it is Monday, beginning of the week. I am walking to work and enjoying, it's like 55 degrees out, sunny obviously, but I'm still trying to enjoy the cooler weather. And I got new headphones, and they actually have a worse microphone than my other ones, so sorry if you can't hear me. But I'm just working on something I haven't showed you in a few weeks. This is the Teeasy top. And I just work on it on my walk, so it's going slowly, but I think I've got about an inch or maybe 2 more inches to go, and then I'm gonna bind off. Well, have a wonderful week, friends. And, oh, I'm almost done with my Stephen West Mr. Knit Along. Okay, sorry, I turned you off because I was walking by someone walking their dog, and I'm self-conscious. But I was going to say, I'm almost done with my Stephen West Mr. Knit Along. I'll have to show you that. I actually ripped back what I showed you last time from Clue 4 and redid it with like a scallop kind of style that I had seen on Ravelry from someone. So I'll show you that. I've got literally like 3 stripes to go, weave in a few ends that didn't get woven in during the process. I'll show you it and block it, and we'll see how much it grows. I've seen it look huge in other people's pictures, so I'm excited to finish that one. So almost done with 2 whips, kind of, this one and Stephen West. All right. Okay, this beauty, this absolute beauty, my pride and joy, my favorite thing I've ever made to date, is done. the Shawlography. I am going to take some finished object pictures and I will insert them next. It's stunning, 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 stunning. Hi friends. First I attempted to curl my hair this morning and clearly it was a fail, so that's what's up there. But it is Saturday morning, or it's like 11 now. Hopefully in the next half hour or so, I will have this done. This is the Teeasy top by Allison Cribbs is her name, I believe. If you've been here a while, you've seen this, but if you're new, you probably haven't, because I only work on it while I'm walking. So, well, for the most part, obviously not right now, but for the most part. So I don't always show it because it's obviously difficult and it's pretty easy. I messed up right here. The pattern is too close together, but whatever. It's exactly to pattern, except I made the second smallest size. And that definitely wouldn't be my recommended, but I didn't want as much ease as the pattern suggests, and this is Lion Brand True Blue yarn, and I know that stretches when blocked, so I already tried it on. It fits. It's like only got a little positive ease, but I'm expecting when it blocks to have more. Then only other thing I modified was down here. I did an I-cord bind off. She says just to like bind off loosely. But I didn't want it rolling, and I don't really love the big I-cord, but what's done is done, and I'm going to have the sleeves match the hem, so yeah, I could have done rib. When I was already done with the body I-cord bind off, I looked on Ravelry, and I saw quite a few projects did just modify and add ribbing, and it looks nice, so a little bit, I wish I would have done that maybe. We'll see how it looks after it's blocked. If I don't like it, I'll take it out, because if there's anything I've learned lately, it's that I want my knits to be something I'll wear and I'm excited about. So yeah, this is definitely just a light summer tank. I started this, I don't know if I just said this, I started in August. I just looked it up on my Ravelry, so it's been a few months. It is more of a summer top. It's so lightweight, but that will come around the corner before you know it here in Florida. So, but it is like 50s and 60s lately here, which is really nice. So anyway, just finishing this up really to get off my needles, and then I have some more stuff to talk about, but I will just do it after I finish this up. Alright, it is not blocked yet, but it is finished. Like I said, it's a I-cord. I kind of wish, like, maybe there's a way to reverse it next time so it's not this bulky part at the end, but whatever. And everything else is to pattern. So it's cute. I love the length of my Shelly summer crop, so I literally measured it to that, and that's the length. So it's like just below my belly button, and like I said, I think it will also grow in blocking, so I'll show you when it's dry. I have 3 sweater quantities of yarn to talk about. I did not purchase these all. None of them are even for me. Oh, first I guess I should say, next to me I just did a pause, the new Taylor Swift Red. I'm obsessed with All Too Well 10-minute version, so anyway, that's what I'm listening to. Okay, first sweater. I actually just skipped it out because I started it. So these are all either Christmas gifts or just things people have asked me to make, and I said yes. I don't know. I have difficulty saying no. So this is worked flat. The first sweater's quantity of yarn is for my sister's roommate. She purchased the yarn. It's West Yorkshire Spinners Chunky Roving Retreat. I've never worked with it before, but I have heard of it. It's like an Aran, probably bulky weight. So yes, I have never made it before. She bought it from Lovecrafts. I think it was pretty affordable. It is a single ply And I didn't really hear, I've heard of it, but I didn't hear much about it. And then, of course, after she already purchased this, Penrose Knits said that she made a sweater with this, and her sweater sheds all the time, and she doesn't really like wearing it. So that was disappointing. I'm hoping that was maybe just a color, but I mean, we'll see. Maybe the giftie won't have a problem, whatever it's called, like fixing the shedding so much. But anyway, we will see. So, and Penrose Knits, by the way, she has a podcast called The Knitting Pickle, and I really like it. She's based in the UK. So the sweater I'm making for her, she chose. My sister, her and my sister went on Ravelry. They inserted the parameters, and they found a sweater that I've never seen or heard of. Okay, I got a phone call. I'm back. So they inserted the parameters that she wanted, which I think was just oversized, and this was the yarn she wanted. So anyway, they found this one that I've never heard of. It is originally in German. There's only one picture of it and no projects, so that makes me a little nervous. And it's a one-size-fits-all, but she said she looked at it and she's comfortable with the sizes, so the size that it is. So I'm making it. Pretty simple. It's just knit in pieces. It's a garter stitch. It says knit in stockinette, but when you look at it, it's definitely in garter, so I don't know what's up there. So I'm doing garter. I did the tubular cast on. This is the back piece. The front is a V-neck, and the sleeves are pretty balloon sleevey. So I probably will do what I did for my lining cardigan, knit the front and back in pieces, seam it up the sides, and then go ahead and do the arms in the round, maybe. But I don't want to knit garter stitch in the round because I need to purl. So anyway, I'll think about that. It's either purl or seam. So I'll see what I feel like doing, I guess, at the time. But anyway, that's where I'm at with this sweater. My second sweater quantity of yarn. Oh, I did purchase this. This is a gift for my mom for Christmas. Speaking of the lining cardigan, she loves it. So that is what I'm making her for Christmas. She chose the petite wool in speckled denim. I actually purchased this off Ravelry. Off Etsy from 100 Hats Project. It was a deep discount. I got 4 from her. I think it's gonna take a 5th and maybe even a 6th. My mom is smaller than me, so I'm gonna make the small size, but I use more yarn. And if my mom likes the length of mine, then I'm probably going to need to use more yarn for hers. However, We Are Knitters was out of this color, but I just looked yesterday. They are back in stock for now. So if I need more, I will first look at this 100 Hats product on Etsy, see if they have a restock, and then I'll go to We Are Knitters and see if I need it. So this is the speckled denim We Are Knitters, the petite wool for the lining cardigan. I made one myself. I test knit it, and I'm making another one for my mom for Christmas. And finally, another sweater I made, the homecoming cardie. I love it so much, and my sister also loves it. So I made it in Malabrigo. I highly, highly recommend anyone use Malabrigo if that's in your budget. It's amazingly soft yarn. I will absolutely be using it again. However, my sister is vegan. Malabrigo is wool, or the Malabrigo that I used was wool. So she again went on Love Crafts like her roommate did, and she chose a Paint Box Yarns recycled cotton. She chose this green. It's very green. She said she's going for like an actual Letterman's jacket vibe, so I think this might be fine. She's cool with it. And this is the contrast color that she chose. So here they are together. That is going to be a homecoming cardie. So I am working on them in order of when I got the yarn. So and that is the order that I explained them to you. So I just finished what I'm wearing, so I don't know that I will really be doing many more personal projects, but I will be focusing on these 3 sweaters, and then for walking, I may cast on something new, something, I don't know yet, but otherwise I think my focusing on these 3 sweaters and any other Christmas knitting. I want to make something for my dad, because I realized I've never made him anything. I'm not going to make him a sweater, but maybe a blanket or a pillow cover or something like that. So those are my plans for Christmas. Maybe something for my brother, because I've never made him anything. Oh, a hat. I made both of them hats, but they don't really wear them, and that was like very early knitting days, so they deserve something where it's nicer. I think my dad's hat even had some like drop stitches, so, or at least one. Yeah, so these are my 3 sweater quantity of yarn. I feel like in this episode I got a lot done. I finished this shawlography, I finished this, I talked about my 3 sweater quantities of yarn, and that is what I'm up to these. Oh, and I went ahead and so EB Knits is my small business, and while I'm not I've been focusing a lot on my personal makes and just having fun with that this year, but I do still have items in the shop, so I went ahead and took some pictures with red and green garland, Christmas tree, some lights, and I've got some ornaments I just got, so I already took some Christmas photos, and I'm going to take a few more and post them because I think they'd be excellent stocking stuffers or small gifts. There are lots of home decor, so it's another thing I did. I feel like I'm being really productive lately. So, all right, have a wonderful couple of weeks, friends, and I will be back.